We made it to day 7. We deserve this class. Let's find some length, starting at the top of your mat. Soften through your knees. Let your tail fall through your heels. Bring your belly button towards your spine. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Gaze towards your thumbs. As you exhale, clasp your hands, flip your palms, tuck your tail, round your back, lower your hands, and bring your chin towards your chest. On your inhale, grab a hold of those shoulders, roll your shoulders up, down, and back, gaze to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Knees are soft, head is heavy, no wrinkles in the back of that neck. Inhale, lengthen your legs, lift your chest halfway up. Exhale, fall down. Plant your left hand, bend your left knee. And as you inhale, peel that right arm up to the ceiling. Stack your shoulders, open up your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Let's change sides. Bend your right knee, plant your right hand. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Exhale, melt. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Clasp your hands, flip your palms. Exhale, tuck and round. Hands on the shoulders. Inhale, roll your shoulders, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your left hand, bend your left knee. Inhale, reach that right arm high. Pull those shoulders out of your ears. Good, let's change sides. Forward fold. Inhale, lift and rise. Exhale, fold, halfway lift. Forward fold, reverse that swan dive. Hold here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Lower your hands, flip your palms towards the front of your room. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, soften through your knees. Good. Place your left hand behind you, flip your palm out. Lower your right shoulder to your right ear. Good. Slide your pinky down the outside of that right leg, gaze to the ceiling. Inhale, rise up to the center, change sides. Palm is out in the back, drop that ear down, then reach down towards the outside of that left leg. Soft belly breathing, breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, bend your knees, sink your hips, and sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands, soften your knees, step back into a plank push-up position. Just go right to down dog, hips high, heels low. Good. Pick up your right foot and cross that ankle behind your left. Soften through your left knee. Shrug your shoulders towards your ears. Exhale, rib cage towards your spine. Rib cage towards your thighs. Good. Uncross those ankles. Let's change sides. Lower onto your forearms. Clasp your hands together. Shrug your shoulders towards your ears. Exhale, ribs to the thighs. Tilt the tail high, heels low. Inhale that right leg up to the ceiling. Bend that right knee. Open up that right hip. Push those forearms into the mat. Straighten that right leg. Square it back out. Lower that leg down. Left side, inhale, nice and tall, nice and square. Bend the knee, then open up the hip. Let those toes get heavy, dipping further and further over towards that right side. Straighten the leg, square the hip, lower your foot, drop to your knees, extend your arms, and find a puppy dog pose. So your bum is off of your heels, arms are straight. Exhale, let those armpits fall towards your mat. See if you can get your forehead down. And then inchworm your fingertips to the top edge of your mat, so much so that your elbows lift off the ground. Let those elbows settle to the mat, bend your elbows, bring your hands into prayer, lower your forehead onto the ground, and bring those thumbs to the back of your neck. Now, if you don't feel a stretch through the back of your arms, go ahead and take your mat and fold it. Give yourself a little lift. Bring those elbows onto the mat, and then give yourself a little lift. Lower that forehead onto the low part of your mat, then bring those bring those thumbs to the back of the neck. Extend those arms, come into a tabletop, lengthen that mat back out, walk your hands out to a plank, lift your hips, down dog. Inhale your left leg to the ceiling. Exhale, bend your left knee, bring your knee to your chest, and then step your left foot in between your hands. Inhale, rise up into that crescent lunge, back heel is lifted. Exhale, drop into that back heel, open up to the front of the room, bring your arms out to a T, gaze over your front middle finger. Hinge over your front hip, flip your front palm, inhale, lengthen and lean back. Straighten your front leg. Bend your front knee. Lower that forearm onto your front thigh, and then swim stroke your right bicep towards your right ear. Open up your chest, gaze to the ceiling. Option, slide that left hand down the inside of that left leg, lowering those fingertips or hand down to the ground. Good, find your warrior two. Cartwheel back up, find that T shape. Cartwheel your hands down into your low lunge. Step back into your plank, hips high, down dog. Right leg high to the ceiling. Bend your knee, hips are square. Bring your knee to your chest, then step your foot forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two, drop into that front heel. Inhale, hinge forward, flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Lengthen that front leg, bend your front knee, lower that forearm onto your front thigh, swim stroke, bicep to ear. Maybe that hand lowers to the ground. Find your warrior two, arms come out to a T. Cartwheel your hands down. Woo! Step back into a plank, hips high, down dog. Head is heavy. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. One more time through. Inhale, lift left leg. Exhale, plant that foot in between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Clasp your hands. Place your hands and palms behind your head, right at the base of that skull. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin. Elbows out to the side. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse that warrior. Lengthen your front knee, bend it, and then lower down. Warrior two, cartwheel down, right side. Three-legged dog. Step through to your crescent lunge. Clasp your hands, get that back of the neck, lift, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press out warrior two. Reverse that warrior. Lengthen, bend, and then cartwheel those hands down. Warrior two. Good, cartwheel down. Hold your plank. High to low push-up. Hug your elbows in. They should touch your sides. Lower your left ear down. I'm not going to do that for the sake of my mic. Bring your arms out to a T. Bend your right knee, flex your right foot, lift your right thigh, and then roll that right hip open. Ear is on the mat. Extend the arm that's behind you, pushing that arm and palm into the mat. Now you feel a little bit more in the shoulders, a little bit more in the chest, biceps. Maybe you want to float that right arm up. Maybe you want to bend that elbow, slide your hand into your imaginary back pocket. Inhale that right arm up. Exhale, lower back down onto your belly. Change ears, right ear down. Bend your left knee, flex your left foot, lift your left thigh off of the mat, and then roll open. Good. Maybe inchworm those right hands out away from your shoulder. Press that arm and hand into the mat. Peel that left arm up. Maybe slide it into your back pocket. Inhale, arm comes up. Exhale, lower back down to your belly. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes. Press yourself up into a tabletop. Walk your knees in underneath your hips. Inhale your right arm up to the sky. Gaze toward your thumb. Exhale, thread the needle. Bring that right arm underneath your left. Lower onto right shoulder, right ear. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Good. You can place your hand on the small of your back. You can bind, reaching that hand onto the opposite thigh. Focus on opening up that left shoulder, peeling your chest open. Push those knuckles into the floor. Let's unwind. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, lower down. Change sides. Come back into that tabletop. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread it through. Landing on your shoulder and your ear, press into those knuckles. Peel it open. Maybe small of the back. Maybe find that bind. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, lower back down. Take some circles with the hips and wrist. A couple times in either direction. And then cross your legs. Make your way to a seated position facing the front of the room. Stacking ears on top of shoulders, shoulders on top of hips. Reach your arms out. Just let them rest on those knees. Pull your belly button into your spine. Knit your rib cage together. Relax your shoulders out of your ears. Open up your collarbones east to west. Open your mouth nice and wide. Wiggle that jaw back and forth. Do that again. Open. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Now seal your lips, unclench your teeth, and remove the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Take the tip of your tongue behind your two front teeth and begin to inhale and exhale through the nose. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, gaze towards your thumbs. Exhale, be very, very proud of yourself. Happy Mother's Day.